Hi, my name is John Backer. I'm a sales representative with Keller Williams, Ottawa, located on Bronson Avenue in Ottawa. Today I'd like to speak about what's really the costs of buying a home, upfront costs over and above the purchase price of a home. Many times when you go and see a mortgage broker, the mortgage broker will tell you budget on somewhere in the range of 1.5% approximately. However, sometimes it's better to budget a little bit high and be pleasantly surprised than to be caught not having enough, because then it puts the whole offer, the whole purchase into possible risk of failure. What I'm going to talk about today is just touch on a couple of the areas that you're going to have to be responsible for. One, if you have a buyer's agent working for you or a real estate agent working for you in the process, generally the real estate fees are paid through the proceeds of the sale of the property. So in general, you're not paying for the real estate agent up front. The things that you will be covering, and this will be the building inspection, basic ballpark price somewhere in the range of $350, and it can go up from there. Budget somewhere between $350,000 to $500,000. The more complex, the bigger the home, the more costs will be incurred there. I had one house that had 5 furnaces. It had 4 wings, indoor pool, heated water in the pool. That was not your normal situation. Generally, it's a good rule of thumb to budget somewhere around the $450, and that's safe. If you're looking at a rural property, rural properties have their own uniqueness. You have a septic inspection and a septic pumping. Septic inspection runs around somewhere in the ballpark $350, sometimes $400. Budget $400. It's a lot safer to budget high. In order to do a full proper septic inspection, you also get a septic pumper. The septic pumper is going to cost somewhere in the range of, depending on how far or how close the pumper is to the property that you're going to be buying, budget on somewhere around the $250 to $400 for just the pumping of the sewage, so that the full inspection can be done properly. When you're buying a house that has a well, be able to get proper inspection of the water, so that for mortgage purposes, the mortgage company is going to accept the house based on safe drinking water. You can have a specialist come in and do the inspection for you. Then if there's a problem, you can always go back to them. Budget somewhere between $75 and $200 for the water potability. When it comes to buying a condominium has its own uniqueness, because what you're buying there is a property that you're buying into the shared ownership of the entire property. So what is the status of the condominium? It's called the status certificate. Good reason for it. You want to find out, are you responsible for the roof, the windows, the sidewalks, the maintenance of the elevator? Hopefully, basically that's what that condominium fee goes towards. Make sure that they have a good and sufficient reserve fund in place to support for that. It's not a good idea to base your purchase on how low the condo fee is, because sometimes if you don't understand what's included in that fee, you can sometimes make some very dismal mistakes. But looking at the documentation around the property can give you a much better status. Once all of that is done and all of the conditions have been met, then you're going to have your closing costs from the lawyer. You're going to have legal disbursements. Basically, the lawyer's going to have expenses. He's going to be passing those expenses on. He's going to do, most likely, title insurance. Title insurance is a one-time insurance fee that covers you in many different areas of the purchase and ownership of the property. If you have any questions about that, feel free to give me a call or email me, and I'd be more than willing to answer those questions on that, or speak to your lawyer when you're sitting down with them. The other thing is, paying prepaid taxes, utilities that, in the case of oil, if you've bought a house that has an oil tank, paying for and reimbursing the seller for the oil that's in the tank. Those are, in a nutshell, some of the costs. Some properties may have a few other additional costs. Having a qualified real estate agent working with you can help explain some of those with you. I can sit down with you and show you what's involved in buying a property, be it a condo, freehold, rural properties, and that's, as an agent, that's what my job is. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call at your leisure. You can reach me either on the number written below, or you can reach me by email at john@johnbacker.com, and you can check out on my website some of the information that's stated there. Thank you. I look forward to being of service and helping with any of your real estate needs. Thank you and have a great day.